What's going on, folks? Closing in on start time here in about T-minus 9 minutes. Probably the biggest, most important, I don't even want to say that, the biggest game early this season as the number 2 ranked Kansas Jayhawks sneak into Bloomington today to play an Indiana Hoosiers team that absolutely got beat in every phase of the game last week on the road, on a neutral site playing Auburn in Atlanta, Georgia. But you know what? I've been sitting here listening or watching our good friend, Mr. Indiana Creek Walker, type in here, and there is no better for my motivation before an IU game than that, man. Definitely gonna buy in to everything he's got to say. It's going to be one of those games. I think this team here has got a lot of gelling yet to do. And in all honesty, having X out still with the knee is probably more of a blessing in disguise because it's making our younger guards step up, play more minutes. Whereas, as we know, the way Woodson likes to substitute, they may not be getting as minutes and as much growth. Hunter Dickinson comes back to the Big Ten. That's kind of a story today. I think if we don't foul him to death, and I think we just keep pressuring, I think Payton Sparks is going to play a big role in that. Big body guy down there against him. I think it's really important. I think Kel'el Ware, if he gets the matchup with Hunter Dickinson, wears him out a little bit more because he's a little bit more athletic and mobile as opposed to Hunter Dickinson just kind of standing and shooting. The guard play. We've got to have better guard play all the way around. I think that's where it begins and ends today. I think our front line will win the battle for sure. I think we are looking forward to having a close game. Let me see some of these comments here. Yeah, it's definitely going to be good. And I'm starting to feel like, as I watch a lot of basketball here lately, that the Big Ten is going to be down a little bit this year. And so these games become that much more important. This is our last opportunity for another really high win in the net. I think it's going to be real important to at least play well today. Leo, Ben, what's up? How you guys doing? Dabney Creek, of course, you guys are absolutely awesome. Fun to talk about. This has got a lot. This game to me is super important, and I'm really fired up about it. I kind of couldn't wait to get started today. That's why I went 10 minutes early today. But, listening on my way to work, Miss Alex is in the house today too. Yeah, I dislike Hunter Dickinson more than I do most people. He's that guy. He's the guy that transferred for money. And as a college athlete, that means he's probably not going to be much of a pro athlete. So he's taken wherever he can get the best deal. No loyalty to his school. I don't like that. But I guess that's the name of the game today. We will, honestly, today have a few University of Kansas fans in here today. Or Kansas University, however you want to put it. And we'll be respectful because some of those are some of our high-end football fans that are super good to us. We do a good job of that as is. And we are about 5 minutes away. These matchups today just look really good. Kansas, to me, looks like a really good basketball team. Wins over Kentucky. That game they lost to Marquette. That was something to behold. But wins over Kentucky, Tennessee, UConn, which kicked the snot out of us, and a win against Missouri. Those are their best wins of the year. Yeah, I know. Look. Come on, Creek. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Kentucky lifestyle as is. I have to look at UK flags everywhere I go where I live, so it is what it is. It doesn't matter, but it does. They've, teams that they're supposed to beat, they beat. but that game against Marquette really shows a lot. There is 2 games tonight. There's the CBS Sports Challenge that I think they're involved in. I haven't looked at the whole scoreboard for today. I don't know where I have that at. I guess it's right here. Let's see. We have Arizona and Purdue today at 4:30, and we have North Carolina and Kentucky tonight. And then the other game is, there's another big one somewhere along the way, but I can't find it. What do we got to do today? Well, Creek said it earlier. 3-point shots are going to be super important today. Yes. Don Fisher interviews CJ Gunn. CJ Gunn has been progressively improving, and a lot of it starting with his defensive play. If we're going to talk about those guys for a second, let's talk about Mgbako and CJ Gunn. Both of them need to be better on defense. Mgbako just kind of seems to get lost in translation sometimes. Tremendous scorer, great shot. CJ Gunn has been very good with his hands and getting up and defending here lately. Mbako's doing a better job in the one-on-one, but he's just getting beat. Those 2 guys going forward, I think, are going to be super important, because I just feel like we're going to have a very balanced scoring, and we're going to need some explosiveness. CJ Gunn provides that. Mgbako provides the excellent 3-point shooting with the big splash effect from the outside. And I think those 2 guys are huge. Everyone, please be sure to smash that like button if you can. I would appreciate that. You can hit the dislike if you will. Don't really worry about that one. It's all good. Just smash a button. But the guy that I think is going to show up today is the guy they got on the screen right now. I think Malik Renew is poised for a big game today. Him and Kel'el are going to have a great game, and I think those 2 guys are going to really set the tone. If they pass well and not turn the ball over, then I think then our outside shooters are going to do well. And Ian, welcome, sir. And no, I did not beat that. I got to the last hour, and then I got beat by something that I don't know what killed me. But it was fun. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to try again, probably after the Bengals game today for a little while, just sitting here trying to figure out if I can beat it. It was fun. I had a good time last night. Crashed out. And we are closing in. It's about that time to tip. X is not playing, I don't think. As far as I know, I haven't seen where he's ready to play yet. And Sam, welcome. I appreciate you. We're going to fire it up here just a second. It's a little hard to get ready to at noon on a Saturday. I got up and I was sitting here making thumbnails and getting ready to go, and just didn't feel right. I like later games. Hoosiers and Colts win today. Dude, I'm really fired up for the Colts today. I want them to win in the worst possible way. They ran into a buzzsaw last week in Cincinnati. They didn't run the ball very well. They have to run the ball today. Zach Moss is going to be huge for the Colts. And turning over Mitch Trubisky, but Zaire Franklin is an absolute stud. And I think Indy gets the dub today in the 4:00 game. And here we go, man. I love the CBS intro for college basketball. Makes me happy. if they win today, they've just got to do their bidding down the stretch. They've got a couple of the tiebreakers right now, and a win today is big. I think this 7-6 group of teams right now, if you're 7-6, you need to win today or win this weekend. I think it's real important to be 2 games over 500. What's up, Josh? Let's go. I think that's super huge. I'm not sure. But Sam, this team has not played great defensively. So every now and again, you see them sneak back into a 2-3 zone for a couple of plays, especially if they pick up full court press. They will sit back into the zone for a possession or two, and it has been useful in a couple games this year. And if it's working, they will stay in it. That is very unlike Indiana basketball, unlike Woodson, but they get beat on switching a lot, and sometimes the guys aren't in tune defensively like they should be yet for man-to-man. What's up, Snowman? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Steelers and Colts, 4 o'clock for Brian at Snowman Multimedia. If you want to find somebody else to hang out with in the late afternoon, right after I get done with the second half of the Bengals game, you should swing over and see Brian. Absolute stud. And no offense to any of these Kansas fans today, but I'm not a big supporter, so I know the players that I know. I'll learn the rest as we go. $6.5-point line today. Boy, if I was to bet on my team, I would have taken them 6.5 points for sure. Oh, I'm sorry. It's crept up to 7.5. I would have took that. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't like it when you see national people call these games. They read a sheet prior. They do about 5 minutes worth of prep. They have no idea. And so they just go to the speaking points in which they've read a little bit about, and it's really horrible. Well, it just dropped again. It was 7.5. Now it's back to 6.5. This line is ever moving on ESPN right now. I just saw it at 7.5. Yeah, Sam, we're playing Kansas today. Yeah. This team is not, it is designed to be able to be a 3-point shooting team, but it really comes down to right situation when we shoot them. If we hit 35% from 3-point line and like Creek said, hit 7 out of maybe 20, if we shoot that many, I'll be happy. Sam, we played in Kansas last year, lost that game, I think, by 22 points. That's where Xavier hurt his knee or his foot last year. He broke his foot in that game. That was just an ugly day. And Creek's right. None of it matters today. It's you've got the 6 man on the floor with the crowd. Indiana is a very tough place to come in and play, especially if you haven't played there. The thing that Kansas has going for them in that is Hunter Dickinson has been here, and Bill Self coached in the Big Ten. So those guys know a little bit on how to prepare for it. but they look way different on this court than they'll look way different here than what they do at home. That's for dang sure. Yeah, let it fly. I think not only letting a few threes fly, but trying to get a few in transition is going to be important. I think that's really huge today. Also, if anybody's keeping tabs, actually, I need to keep tabs too. Getting ready to start the 1 o'clock football game as well today. Got to get some hooday in there for them Bengals today to get that dub at home. And as soon as we finish here today, I'll be swinging over for the last probably hour and 30 minutes of that game. So we'll see how that rolls as well. I have a last minute visit from the kitty for luck. He had to jump up in my lap here as we cruise in as we're getting ready to start. Trying to get hair all over my hoodie. Yes, you are. I'll take that today. 1953 final. Indiana beats Kansas 69-68. Oh, Jacques Vaughn game-winning three-pointer in 93. I still have nightmares over that game. All right, kitty, go on. It's about that time. They're getting ready to tip it off. They are in stripe formation today in the stands. Candy stripes, baby. Got to get it ready to rock. Let's see. DeJuan Harris, Marco Jackson, Kevin McCullough, KJ Adams, and Hunter Dickinson. I only know two guys on this team very well. And Cupps and Galloway are the guards. Renew, Mgbako, and Ware. Same starting lineup as the last couple. We have a definitive size advantage minus Dickinson. Man, I'm fire. Oh, here we go. They're lighting up to get the introduction going, and then we're going to get one more stupid commercial in before this game starts. My gosh, to get that out of the way. Hopefully it won't be like that the whole game. I think that's why they're getting him now. He is a big boy. Coach Mike Woodsons in his third season, 51-28 with a 646 winning percentage. Not too bad. And the other storyline for today is there is a lot of recruits in the stands today for both of these teams. It's going to be a big day. So momentum, motivation, energy, huge today. These guys have not been shook yet this year. These guys are very poised. This team plays with, a lot of confidence, actually. They don't seem to get rattled a whole lot. I'm real excited to see if we see a little bit of emotion out of these guys today. And before we tip this, trying to figure out what's going on. We'll be right. Okay, let's roll. They're acting like this is the matchup. I cannot wait to see what Payton Sparks how he can defend him today. Looking forward to that too. I see in the background one Calvert Chaney, one of my all-time favorite Hoosiers. Dude, I'm excited. I can't help it. Let's go. Let's get it. And the fans are lined up like candy stripes. Gotta love that. Dickinson versus Ware on the jump ball. 7'2" versus 7 foot. All right, we're ready to go. Creek says money. And there's the tip, and it's top. That's going to be out of bounds. It looks like it's going to go to Indiana. As Dickinson gets it on the way down and tries to tap it to one of his own guys, and it gets knocked out of bounds. And Indiana will have first possession. And here comes Cupps up the court with some pressure applied. Little man-to-man full court as he works the ball left to right. He picks up his dribble, feeds Ware at the top of the key. Ware feeds it down to Renew on the post. Renew back to Ware from 8 foot, and it goes. Kel'el Ware gets his first basket of the day, and Indiana leads 2-0. Here comes Kansas back up. They feed it down right side. Feed it over to the left. Dickinson from 8 foot. No good. Cupps with the board. Here comes Indiana looking to push. Cross to the timeline. They feed it over to Mgbako in the corner. Cross court to Renew. Renew's going to drive it out. Gives it to Cupps. Cupps drives out. 17-footer. Short off the rim. Renew with the offensive glass over Dickinson and scores. 4-0. 19:06 to go in the first half. 2 quick baskets by Indiana, and we march back on the defensive end. There's a risky pass. They feed it to Dickinson. Goes cross court. Works on Renew inside. No good. Ware with the glass. Here comes Renew bringing the ball up the court like a guard. He's going to drive it. He gets into the lane, goes all the way to the basket, puts it up and in. Oh, they're going to call him for an offensive foul because he pushed Dickinson a little bit. Oh, yeah, there you go. Malik Renew has got to stay away from the foul trouble today. Here comes Kansas back. Working the ball across the timeline. They drop pass, get into the lane, drop it off to Dickinson for a layup. There was a missed assignment on defense there, and it ends up in 2 good passes and a basket for Kansas. Cupps brings it across the timeline. He's going to work it over. Feeds it to Ware, top of the key left. Feeds it down to Mgbako on the post. They got Mgbako working the post, puts it inside, and he's stripped. Here comes Kansas back the other way. They feed it on the break. They get out ahead. No good. Missed again, and the offensive rebound comes to Kansas. They're going to get a third chance here. Dickinson for 3. No good. Ware comes in for the rebound, or Mgbako gets the rebound, feeds Galloway on the push. Galloway gets in the lane, lays it up and in. Trey Galloway runs the break, gets an easy basket. Indiana leads 6-2. Kansas is going to bring the ball back across the timeline. Dickinson's got it out high, working on Ware. Rotated it around inside. They feed it inside to Dickinson, and it's tipped up by Ware, and that is stolen by Renew, who gives it to Galloway, who lays it up and in on the fast break. 8-2 start for Indiana. Would be 10 if Renew had not pushed off. They are trying to force the ball into Dickinson, and Ware's length is affecting the way they play their game. Right now, it is charging the Hoosier Nation up. Let's freaking go. Kansas uses a timeout, and we're going to the break. Woo! Got to get a little going there. Really nice start. I love the fact that Galloway is working in transition, going to the rim. Renew is working in transition, going to the rim. I thought that would be important today, and they come out firing. They take a short break when they're forced to use a timeout. And I think the first TV timeout is the under 17, right? What's up, Leo? See you later, brother. Thank you. Crowd is awesome today. It's going to be electric. Indiana starts 4 for 5 from the floor. They've had one defensive mess up where Kansas took advantage of them, but that has been it. Cupps working high on the point. Really trying to affect the way that they start their offense with your point guard. They're going to try to double team Dickinson when he's on the block. They're going to work the left side over to the top of the key, driving on Renew. Dips it out, inside drives to the basket, dumps it off again, goes up, puts it up and in. Kansas gets their second basket, and that was KJ Adams. Renew's got it out high. Dickinson's off of him. They're going to let Renew shoot if he wants to. I would take that. Double team to Ware on the baseline, feeds it back out to Galloway. Galloway drives, gets inside, all the way to the basket, and is fouled. Trey Galloway goes to the hoop and draws the foul from Jackson, and he will shoot free throws. The intensity level in this offensive end for Indiana right now has been high. And you got to make free throws today, which will be very important. Trey Galloway, senior, on the free throw line right now, growing a little bit of scruff. And the first free throw is down. Galloway connects for his 5th point of 9 already, which is a great sign for this team. Second one is up and short off the front iron. No good. Dickinson with the board. Here comes Kansas. They're going to walk the ball up this time. Cupps picks him up at midcourt. They're going to run the weave and look to get inside. They rotate it to the right to Adams. Adams rotates it back over, and they drop it inside on the mismatch, and Adams gets an easy basket there as he was guarded by Cupps with great position, 9-6. Kansas looks like they're starting to settle in a little bit. There goes Galloway looking to drive the baseline. He gets cut off. He's going to get to the middle, shoots it out to Renew for 3. Malik Renew buries his first 3 of the day as he gets a good look in the flow of the offense, and that's what I want to see. 12-6 Indiana. Let's go. They're going to work it into the corner, trying to drive on Galloway. Galloway cuts him off. He hits Dickinson. Dickinson's got Cupps on him underneath, and they cannot get him the ball. Here goes Adams. That's a travel, but he missed it. He didn't call it. Here comes Cupps back the other way, looking to run the break. He feeds Galloway. Galloway feeds it down to Ware on the baseline, who's double-teamed and locked up right now. And that's going to go off of Ware's knee. They threw right into the double team there, which may not have been the best look. But Renew gets an in-rhythm 3-point shot, and that is nice. And we are now at the under 17 TV break, finally. And it is 12-6 Indiana with 15:31 to go. I just love this stuff. I cannot wait. I just can't wait for this game to get going. I hate commercials. No, so that's more of a product there, Dabney, where it's not good when double teamed. So they had him basically triple teamed because he had the baseline behind him and they threw the ball into it. That one's not so much on him as it is on Galloway for throwing the pass. Galloway's pass there really set him up for failure. Scoreboard's up. Or is it not up? It is not up. Why is it not up? Hang on a second. I must have picked the wrong one. I apologize. I got it over here. Let's see. What's it not working for today? It says it's on. Oh, there it is. I had it up. It never started. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Let's keep it and make sure it stays on the forefront. There we go. What's up, Maddie? Let's go. Absolutely. First 5-minute session of this game has been absolutely great. Fundamental Bear. Don Fisher quoted Bob Knight saying the most important moments of the game is the first 5 minutes of each half. Solid start from Indiana. As they are honoring him right now today from his visit last year. Absolutely adored that man. Three of those national championships are directly a result because of the way he coached these young men and what he prioritized for student athletes. It is definitely a dying trend from these coaches. The game will never be the same as it was. Used to be about student athletes making their mark on the world. Now it's about money. Here comes Kansas across the timeline. 15-17 to go. They feed it to Adams. Adam to Dickinson. Drops it down inside. Almost knocked away. Working on Galloway on the post. Turnaround jump shot. No good. And there's a cleared rebound by Ware. Here comes Cupps back up the other way. Poised and confident crossing the half-court line. Cupps starts the offense from the left side, feeds it over to Renew. Renew hands it back to Cupps. Cupps goes to the top of the key. There's Mgbako open on the wing for three. Hard off the back rim, just missed it. Good look for Mgbako. Here comes Kansas in transition. They'll try a three, and he hit it. Pick up your man when you get back on defense. They left him for a wide open three. It's 12-9. Cupps comes across the timeline to a pick, feeds it over to Renew. Renew down to Ware, bad pass, turned over. Here comes Kansas. Works it inside the lane. Adams back outside, driving inside, looking all the way to the basket, dumps it off to Adams, up and in. It's a 1-point game. It hasn't updated yet, I don't think. It should be running. And I missed the basket, 14-11. We got 14-11. Kansas is got on the work in the right wing. They feed it down to Dickinson on the post, who has Mgbako on him. They double him. There's the steal by Cupps. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Comes down inside, works it up. No good. It's not updating from – it is not updating from CBS, so I can't do nothing about it, or ESPN. I'm not sure why. Mgbako drew the foul there. He will be up at the free throw line for 2 shots. First one is good. Second one's good as well. And hopefully CBS or ESPN will get their scoreboard straightened out. But as it stands right now, I will keep you up to date. 16-11, 13:36 to go. This has been a game of little mini runs and turnovers. Work it over to the right wing. Get it down on the block. There is Dickinson versus Ware. Double team comes. Galloway leaves his man for an open three. That's a rebound by KJ Adams, and Galloway is going to run into his man and draw, and they're going to give a foul on Indiana. I don't know why that scoreboard is working that way today. It's all on ESPN, not me. That will be Indiana's second team foul. They're going to work the ball over to the left side. Has a pick. He drops it back for Adams. 15-footer. No good. Dickinson tipped. And they're going to call a foul before the tip. So, in all honesty here, you can't really switch five guys with Gabe Cupps against Dickinson. That doesn't quite work. Dickinson gets the inbound pass, puts it up, no good. Mgbako clears the glass. He's going to bring the ball up and push. Mgbako crosses the timeline, gets it over to Renew. Renew's looking to feed inside, nothing there, hands it off to Cupps. Cupps drives. He's going to work it around to Mgbako, who drives inside the lane all the way to the basket, up and in. Mackenzie Mgbako and one. He's going to go to the stripe, goes with his left hand, draws the foul, and the lead goes back to 7 at 18-11. 12:52. Dave says Kansas is no good. They're a bunch of cheating SOBs. Because that's the way that they're calling their defense. They switch everything, at least in the first half of the first half. They do not. And he misses the free throw hard off the back iron. Need to work on that a little bit. They've trapped Cupps on Dickinson twice down in the paint. Don't like it. As right now they're running the double team. There's a steal by Mgbako, and he dribbles it off his own foot. That's okay. That's great effort. And the fans appreciate that, to try not to let the young man get frustrated. Here comes Kansas back the other way. That looked like a travel. They're going to run the three-man game out high. They feed it to Dickinson, who's trying to drive on Ware. Can't do it. They get the switch again. They're doing Kansas is really working hard to get these switches and get the matches that they want. Adams drives, works it over into the baseline. They're looking to feed it inside. That's a steal by Cupps. Outlet to Galloway. Galloway's going to travel as he tries to start his dribble. We're just seconds away from, having a couple other transition baskets. And that's really close. (18-11). We're starting to see some substitutions for Kansas as Jackson goes to the bench. Looks like Banks is in right now for Mgbako. They feed it down inside, and there's going to be a foul on Ware reaching around. Wait a minute. What did he call? Not sure what the call was there. I thought it was on Ware. We'll see when we get back, as we now hit the under 12 timeout. Hopefully ESPN has got their scoreboard at least somewhat straightened out. It still shows 12:09 on my time, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but the way he pointed, wasn't sure what the ref was calling. This game, good feel has it, Yoda. I was wondering why your English got a little screwed up there. Let's see. While we got a second here. In our 45th commercial break. Man, they're really burning it up today. What's up, stranger? Keep me updated. I will see you at about 3 o'clock as soon as this game ends. It looks like they're getting ready to start over there in Cincinnati. Yeah, Dabney, the turnovers have – and 2 of the turnovers have came in transition on fast breaks. So, you take those away off of steals, and it's really not as bad as it looks, but it's still got to be cleaned up. Always a timeout, Sam. Nationally televised games, we get more timeouts than you can shake a stick at. Yes, sir. It should be the under 12 timeout. What did I just do to my scoreboard? We should be returning. I got to get one more commercial in for tomorrow's NFL games. I will be working, unfortunately. Bucks at Packers. I don't think I like any of them 1 o'clock games tomorrow, so I'm not that excited. It's good to see you all in today. Anybody that's new to the chat, feel free to smash the like. Look down in the description. We have our group Discord in there. Feel free to join, post memes. We do have a nice college basketball section in there. Lots of fans from all over. It's kind of refreshing. Everybody posts their own stuff. But so far today, Indiana's defense has been very active with their hands. We do have a few fouls early in this game, but nothing too horrible. We just got to protect our bigs. And I notice that at this point so far, Woodson has not went to the bench yet at all. Let's see. Thank you, stranger. Bengals ball. Who day? Renew's going to feed it into Cupps, and we're going to work it this way. They set a high pick. He's going to bring it across the timeline. 11:49 to go. Indiana starts their offense on the left side. Galloway has it on the wing, looking, feeds it to Renew at the top of the key. Renew's going to hand off to Kaleb Banks, who gets all the way to the basket and stripped, and it will stay on this end. Kaleb Banks is our first sub. Worked his way to the basket there and just lost the handle, it looks like. Galloway has it at the top of the key, and he tries to feed Renew inside. Dickinson gets the steal. Galloway forcing it in there, working it with Dickinson out high. Rotates it to left wing. He gets around a pick, and he buries the 3, cuts the lead back to 4. Cupps feeds it across the timeline, gets it to Renew. 18-14. And Galloway loses it, gets it back to Renew's going to pop another 3, and he buried it. Top of the key, Malik Renew. They're going to let him shoot it. He's going to keep shooting it. 21-14. 10:55 to go. 2 for 3 from the three-point line thus far. Both makes by Renew. Here comes Kansas working it over. Adams feeds it into the corner. And there's almost a steal out high to Dickinson on the pass. Indiana playing tight man right at this point. He's working on Banks. Has to pass it out to Adams. Drives inside. Feeds Dickinson. Baby hook. No good. And there's the rebound for Renew. He hits Cupps on the outlet. Here comes Indiana. Crossing back in the timeline, back to Renew. Renew feeds it in to Ware. Ware turnaround jump shot from 8. No good. Tipped out. Here comes Kansas. Back the other way. Outlet pass ahead. All the way up and missed it, but he got fouled. That is Murphy? Tried to go up for the dunk. Purdue and the Colts are both at 4:30 today. I got to watch 2 at once again because I like watching the other Big Ten teams for sure. Johnny Furphy from Melbourne, Australia, 6'9". Free throws up, no good. $21-14. The app for ESPN does me absolutely no good. Scoreboard just takes a little while longer via the internet, I suppose. 21-15 as he goes 1-2. They're going to put a little full court man-to-man press again. Anthony Walker is on the floor for IU. Galloway drives all the way to the basket. Up, no good, no call. Dickinson clears the board. Here comes Kansas down 6. They're going to drive it to the left-hand side. Puts up the shot and gets it in over Cupps. Harris Jr. gets the basket over Gabe Cupps. That's, I think, his first basket. Cupps has done a pretty good job on him thus far. Walker's got the ball out high, feeds it to Banks. Banks is going to drive it down back to Walker. Walker gets in the lane, stripped, puts it up, and draws the foul. Anthony Walker, being aggressive in the middle, draws the foul on KJ Adams, and he will go to the free throw line. That's the second foul on KJ Adams. Anthony Walker's free throw is hard. Our free throw percentage so far today is bleh. Second free throw is money. Anthony Walker gets his first point of the day, and Indiana goes back up 5. 9:33 to go. Get the ball across the timeline. They're going to work it over to Furphy, and that is almost a steal by Galloway as he tries to intercept the pass. This young freshman from Australia does not look very confident on the floor right now. He will throw the inbound pass. He gets it into Dickinson, hands it off. There's a switch out there. He rotates it around to the right wing. Back to the top of the key. Tries to get around Galloway. Over to the right-hand side for a deep three. No good. Rebound cleared by Ware. Here comes Galloway back the other way as Indiana leads by 5. 9:05 to go. 22-17. Galloway is going to work the right side over to Ware. He's going to take the three. Hard off the back rim. No good. And not a bad look by Kel'el Ware. Just hit it a little bit hard. They're going to feed it inside to Dickinson, who lays it up and in. Dickinson battling Ware. They get the over-the-top pass to him, and it's a three-point game. This one's going to stay like this all day, folks. It's going to be a hard-fought battle either way. Banks gives it over to C.J. Gunn, who has entered the game. Galloway has it on the right wing. Galloway's going to drive the lane to Walker. Walker drives, gets inside on the spin move, and stripped out of bounds, but they're going to call a foul on, is that McKellar? Let's see how this worked. Looks like, yes, he goes right across the arm on McCullough. And that's his second foul as Kansas is starting to rack up some fouls. Anthony Walker's going to go back to the free throw line for 2. And this time the first one's money. And Gabe Cupps comes back in as Galloway goes to the bench to get a blow. Trey Galloway had played the first 12 minutes or 11 and some change. Walker hits both free throws, and it is now a 5-point game once again. 24-19, 8:22 go in the first half. Dickinson's working out high on Ware. Drives all the way inside, puts it up, no good. Walker with the glass, Ware with the good defense. Had a hand up and didn't foul. Cupps picks up his dribble, feeds Walker to the left wing. Walker feeds it to nobody as he holds it. C.J. Gunn drives over to Kaleb Banks, who gets inside, and he's going to be called on the jump ball. Yeah, Daniel, we do need to hit our free throws. Started very slow. Let's see if Jackson gets the ball, which he does. That is a good call by the official on the jump ball as we come to another timeout, and it is 24. Why do I think it was 24-19? What's up, Daniel? Nice to see you, my friend. There it goes. ESPN is so slow today. Why'd you say interception Joe Burrow, Dave? He got a field goal out of it. Leave my Bengals alone. First possession of the day, Jake Browning drives the Bengals down the field and 5 for 6 on the drive, 57 yards, and they get a field goal out of it. Not what I wanted to see. Don't get me bent when I'm in two places at once with my heart, bro. That's okay. Our defense has got to show up today anyhow. I'll take 3 points. I would rather have 7. I'm telling you, these national televised games are god awful for commercials. How can you get any kind of rhythm whatsoever when you're constantly on timeout? Oh, Jake has been very impressive. His story, Brandon Perna did a very good video, basically kind of showing everybody where this kid came from and who he was and how he got here. And Brandon did a great job making that. Go over to It's Good Sports. I think that's what his channel's called. And check out that video he did about Jake Browning. It was really awesome. All right, here comes Kansas. Down 5. 7:57 to go in the half. They're going to feed it down to Dickinson. Dickinson drops it back over. Jackson's working outside, back over cross court, stripped, but he picks it back up. He's going to work inside, gets it to Dickinson, works it to the left wing, high pick, trying to get around, drops it over in the corner for an open 3. No good. Dickinson's over the back of Renew, no call. He does tip the rebound and Indiana controls. They get it to Renew on this end. He shoots it from 12 foot, no good. Little quick shot by Renew there with Dickinson in his face. Here comes Kansas back the other way. And they're going to call Renew for the foul. I'm not really sure. I don't know that that's a foul. Let's really be honest here. You guys got to let them have some area to play. You got to let them body up. That's not a good call at all. That's a cheap foul on Renew, and he doesn't need cheap ones. They get it inside to Dickinson, who feeds it out. Furphy shoots the long ball, no good. Long rebound to Dickinson. Here goes Kansas with the second chance. Another long three-pointer up. Short off the front rim. God! And I think the call is going to go against Kansas on the rebound. I think that was going to be a makeup call. Yeah, Sam, I can't use my phone right now. There's no way. And it just reloads every 30 seconds. It's worthless even trying to. I can't load my phone to my computer. Kansas is some rebound getting back. Yeah, they are. Dickinson really uses his length wisely, and he uses his body well. I really don't like him. CJ Gunn is at the free throw line. 24-19, 7:02 to go. And the free throw is hard off the back rim. No good on the 1-and-1. Yeah, got to hit free throws. CJ Gunn, Walker, Renew, or Mgbako, and Ware are on the floor right now. They throw it across court. They're looking for the threes. They get it inside. A solid feed, and it's a 3-point game. Here comes Indiana across the timeline, up 3, 24-21. They feed it to Gunn. Gunn's looking. He's going to drive right. He gets inside, puts it up from 12. No good, but Ware gets the glass and puts it in, but I think there's a foul before the shot. And Daniel, to answer your earlier question, do you think we will ever get a Mr. Basketball under Mike Woodson? And I'm not really sure how hard they're going after the in-state recruit. That's something that I want to see. I think it's important to recruit well in your home state. Stop letting Purdue, Michigan State, Ohio State steal your kids. So I hope so. Ware makes his first free throw of the 1-and-1, extends the lead back to 4. I think it's important. I really hope it starts working. And it's not necessarily the Mr. Basketball. I just want the best kid. Mr. Basketball is sometimes an award for the guy that's not going to play at the next level that did really well in high school. Second free throw is no good. 1 for 2 from the line, 4-point lead. Here comes Kansas on the push. Jackson feeds it into the corner. He drives on Cupps. And Cupps, what? Oh! Gabe Cupps was in position on D, and he got him across the arm before he got the ball. There it comes right there. That's what the referee saw. He blew the whistle accordingly. That should have been a travel. 25-21. I got to stop complaining. They're going to work him on Cupps. Cupps has 2 fouls. Indiana can ill afford him to get 3 before the half. No good on the shot. Good rebound by Walker. Walker using his length to get the defensive glass. Here comes Indiana up on the offensive end. Walker hands it off to Mgbako. Mgbako is going to work the left side. Drives the lane, puts it up. No good. Ware with the follow in the dunk. Kel'el Ware gets the rebound, slams it home, and brings the fans to their feet in Assembly Hall. Here comes Kansas back the other way, working. Cupps is playing tight, D out high. Throws it up, no good. Galloway with the rebound. Here comes Indiana with the push. 3-on-3. Galloway all the way to the rim. Tip. And that's got to be a goaltend, right? Yes, sir. Galloway gets credit for the basket. Yeah, and what? So the back official is the one that called that. Oh, that is a goaltend. Indiana's back up 8, 5:20 to go. We got to finish the half strong. They're going to work the 2-man game out high. KJ, he throws up a big, long, bad 3-point shot by Kansas. Here comes Indiana pushing. They got momentum. Mgbako pulls up for 3, sunk it. 32-21. Indiana's up 11. 5 minutes to go in the half, and Kansas is going to have to burn a timeout because they are out of sorts, and we are hitting some shots. Yes, sir. Woo! I got you, Creek. I got you. It was Mgbako, Dabney. Mgbako pulled up in transition and just let it fly. See, when a team makes bad choices on the offensive end, it translates to direct momentum for the other team. A bad 3 on one end turns into a good 3 on the other in transition. Well, Creek, so far today, we still got 4 more 3-pointers that we need to make according to your predictions, and I'll take them. Adams flips it in. Dickinson inside. Nowhere to go. 2 blocks. And how is that a Dickinson's going to get the call there. They had him trapped underneath the basket. Let's see. First one, no. Second one, that's not a foul. Dickinson gets a karma shot on the free throw and absolutely bricks it off the side rim. No good. That's what happens when you get a call that you don't deserve. Second free throw is good. However, lead is down to 10. Kansas is going to go to a full court press again. Cupps is going to work the ball up the right side. He'll cross the timeline with ease, feeds it to Walker. Walker hands it off to Galloway. Galloway should have pulled the trigger there, but didn't. Feeds it to Mgbako across right side. There's the high pick. Mgbako's looking. He's feeling it. He wants to shoot. And there is going to be a foul on Kansas for the reach in. If that's going to be McCullough, I think that's his third. Let's see who they give the foul to. Of course, ESPN hasn't still updated the score. The score is a 10-point lead. Mgbako, first free throw, rolls in, 4:26 to go in the half. Lead back to 11, 32, or 33, 21, 22. Second free throw is also good. Dickinson's going to feed it in, 12-point lead. Everybody comes to their feet in Assembly Hall and begins to cheer. Kansas. And now the whistles are just flying. What the ever-loving. Mgbako goes to the bench with his second foul. I don't know. Off the ball foul. I'm not sure why. But another missed free throw as nobody wants to shoot at the charity stripe today. And Indiana's got a 12-point lead with 4:12 to go. Indiana has a lot more depth on the front line than they do than Kansas does. That is why Dickinson is still on the floor. Ware, step back three. No good. Banks knocks it out of bounds, trying to come in for the rebound, and it'll be Kansas ball. Well, we've got several players right now with 2 fouls that are sitting. Renew's not going to come back for a hot minute. And yeah, looks like Minnesota is driving, getting ready to score a touchdown. Hope not. Angie, I've tried to talk my dad into going. I want him to go to another game so bad. My dad and Coach Knight are identical in age. And I'd love for my old man to go to a game again. I'm going to try to make him go. As Minnesota pushes it in for a touchdown, I don't know who got it. It looks like Chandler gets the rushing touchdown for Minnesota, and they're going to have an early 7-3 lead. Yeah, we don't need to. Kansas's bench is a little different than ours. They don't have a lot of size on their bench. They're more guard orientated in the backcourt. Right now, I would definitely we've only went 8 deep. We haven't even went all the way to all the depth that we have on our bench. Yeah, I won't get to watch the full game until later, Dabney, so but Kansas doesn't get a lot of production off of their bench. So, I mean, we'll see. While we're on commercial, I'm going to step away for just 1 second. $34-22. Here you go, Dave. Something that would help you out. I'm glad. Hopefully my Bengals can give you that today. 34-22, Kansas brings it across the timeline, and they're going to set the offense out high. 3:48 to go. Indiana sneaks back. Looks like they're in a little bit of a zone here. Working it around the corner. They got an open shot. He drives the lane, puts it up, dumps it to Dickinson, lays it in. Kansas broke that zone, cut the lead back to 10. Cupps is going to come across the timeline, feed Ware at the top of the key. Hands it off to Galloway, who drives to the basket. Up and in. Trey Galloway attacks the rim, gets another basket, keeps the lead at 12. Kansas looking to really slow down into half court right now. McCullough drives. He's going to draw the foul and one from Kaleb Banks. And that foul earlier did not go to McCullough. Of course, he just looked like he bodied Galloway on that last layup. Leads back to 10. McCullough's trying to get it under 10 with 3:03 to go. And does. 36-27. Galloway's going to cross the timeline, set the offense. Good movement off the ball for IU. Ware just dribbled it off his foot against Dickinson and turns it over. I don't know why he's trying to dribble drive. Missed the layup, and it's going to be rebounded by Ware, who will hand it off to Galloway and slow it down. 2:35 to go. Galloway's out high with the ball. He drives the lane, picks up his dribble, feeds it out to Cupps, who will reset. 20 on the shot clock. And Gabe Cupps is going to take a timeout as Indiana looks a little bit out of sorts right here with the 9-point lead. Panther, what's up? Nice to see you, brother. 36-27. And we were cruising down towards the end of the half. Cincinnati's got a 3rd and 2 on their own 33 here. Big play for them on the other game. Leo's back. Thank you, sir. Well, we've earned a double-digit lead. That is for dang sure. Because this team will make a run. They're pretty proficient offensively, so they will probably make a run. So far to date, there is 7 undefeated teams left in Division I. Arizona, Houston, I saw, and then we get back to action. And where Cupps has got it with 9 on the shot clock, he's going to have to create out high. 5, he's going to work, feeds it over to Galloway, who shoots it from 27, Short, hard off the front rim, no good. Here comes Kansas trying to cut into the lead. 2:05 to go. McCullough has it out high. He's going to drop it off to Dickinson, who just traveled, and he's going to get the baby hook there. Looked like he shuffled his pivot foot there, and the lead is back down to 7. Ware has it out high, drops it off to Galloway, who gets another easy layup. Galloway's attacking the rim. Indiana's up by 9. We need to stop right here. And the fans recognize it as well. They come to their feet with 1:31 to go. McCullough pulls up from 15. He's blocked. What a nice pass by Ware to Galloway cutting. But I think I want to see the foul. Purdue might be in trouble today. Purdue might be in trouble in Bloomington for sure. We won last year in Purdue, which was amazing. That was a great game. I had a blast with that one. Team looks a little different, but very similar. And the first free throw is good, cuts it to 8. Yeah, I'm not sure he got fouled there, but we'll see. They're going to protect Cupps and take him out of the game right now with 2 fouls leading into the half here. McCullough's second free throw is good as well. Pretty clutch right there for Kansas. And Galloway's going to run the point with a 7-point lead. Galloway crosses the timeline. He's going to hit Banks over on the left wing. Banks is going to dump it off the Gunn. Gunn's looking. He gets it over to Galloway. 14 on the shot clock. Handoff. Galloway drives. Drops it back to Ware. Ware goes up for the reverse, and it rolls off the rim. Doesn't go down. Here comes Kansas looking to cut it. Drives in the lane. Dickinson puts it up. No good. Ware with the glass. And Galloway's going to slow it down with 55 seconds to go. Indiana needs a basket. They got the stop. Let's go. Everybody standing up. 10 on the shot clock. Here goes Galloway. High pick coming. 8. He's going to drive the lane. Floats it up and hits it. Trey Galloway coming up clutch from 10 feet. Shot clock is turned off. 40-31. Here comes Kansas. They can play for one shot. Good half of basketball. Let's see if we can finish it with a stop. They're going to burn the clock down before they start the offense. The clock hits 10. Working on Galloway. He drives. He almost falls. Dumps it in the corner. Step back 3. No good. Ware block. What that? I don't know about all that. Let's see. Banks with the body gets the foul. Ware was not going to let him score either way. And he's going to get 2 free throws out of it with 1.4 to go. Kaleb Banks picks it. It should have been Banks with the foul. If they call that on Ware, that's a bunch of crap. CJ Gunn clears the rebound, and Indiana will take an 8-point lead into the half. As apparently Minnesota's D held and got the ball back. They're 2nd and 7 on their own 22. Indiana with an 8-point lead at the half. I got to say that I'll take that. That's a very good half. And, you know, we did not get any home cooking on the phone calls or on the foul calls there at the end. I think we got a little bit robbed there, but hey, it is what it is. Going through the first half statistics. Hang on a second. I'm going to flip myself to the NFL Network while we're chatting at halftime. All right. Creek, I'm going to step in right there. That's probably about as good a half as we can play, to be honest. And the reason why I say that is because if you look through the statistics, where our scoring came from in the first half was Mgbako, that's been sketchy at scoring, and Trey Galloway, the guys that are not normally carrying us. Renew did put in 8, Ware put in 5, but the two guys that scored are not our traditional guys that are carrying us through the scoring column. Kansas went 2 for 10 from 3. Our defensive pressure on that was really, really good. And, and stopping them 3-point shots is really huge for us. We went 3 for 7. That's about what we averaged, but shooting at a 42% clip from the 3-point line is very important. Yeah, you know what? We did have a couple layups that we missed, Creek. There was a couple shots that should have went down. Ware went for the reverse there at the end, and it just rimmed out. That is what it is. You're going to have shots like that. We did shoot 53% from the field in the first half, which is about our norm. That's about what we're holding as a team. So far, we did a really good job today at maintaining who we are in the first half. The other thing that's impressive about today, when Dickinson's not on the floor, that's a small team, and we can dominate the paint at that point. But rebounding proved today that that's where it's at. We hit a 21-16 rebounding edge. They did have a couple more offensive rebounds, but they missed a lot more 3-point shots, so the ball does go out a little bit long. Dickinson is a force inside. He does dictate a lot of play, and you've got to be able to handle him. So far, Kaleb Banks is the only guy that's got 3 fouls for us, which I'll take that because he's not a big-time scorer. We didn't fall apart. We actually carried a lead into the half. Yeah, we played – every time they made a run, we found a way to stop that run and stem that tide and come back and score again. So, yeah, Maddie, we played good. Really well in the first half. Trey Galloway was the difference in the half. He came to play, and having a guard attack the basket from the 2 slot, basically, that is not really known to be an outside shooter. If he's going to attack the glass, that's going to bode well for us in the second half. I'm sure they're going to try to stop him in the second half. And if they try to stop him, that's going to open up Ware and Renew. So pick your poison, guys. Pick your poison. Yeah, Kaleb Banks with the 3 fouls. It is what it is. I don't know what to say. He did do a pretty good job for the most part, but he's handling guys that are scoring a lot of points normally. And if you go through and look at Kansas's statistics in the first half, Dickinson has 9, which is about par for what he's going to get. Only 4 from 11 for the floor. 1 or 2 of the free throw line. He's not shooting free throws. He's getting rebounds. He is their rebounding, and he's doing his job. But we held him down. Other than that, the assist to turnover ratio for Kansas was 9-5. On our end, we went 7-9. We turned the ball over a little too much again. That seems to be our normal, is right around 17 turnovers a game. So clean that up in the second half. Let's get some good shots, and we will be ready to rock here shortly. Other statistics of note in the first half. Man, I'll tell you what, people just drive like idiots out in front of my house. Walker. Let's talk about Anthony Walker for just a few seconds. He came in, played some minutes, did a really good job. He didn't make any shots, but he drew fouls and got to the free throw line, made his free throws, and he chalked in 3 extra rebounds. Really good minutes from a fifth-year senior. That's why we grabbed him from the University of Miami. I was really impressed there. I'm really surprised Coach Knight hasn't went let Sparks play any. And only going 8 deep today has surprised me a little bit. But I think that's right now, this is the rotation that he wants to use. Gabe Cupps. Like, he has not chipped in any points so far today. However, he's got 2 steals, 1 assist. He's got 2 fouls. One of them I was going to complain about. He was in really good defensive position, but he reached. But he's played really good. He's doing the little things that a point guard needs to do. And let me reiterate, with Xavier Johnson not being able to be on the floor, Gabe Cupps is gaining valuable playing time. He's going to get the 20 to 25 minutes per game, if not more. And he's really setting himself up, for later on in the year to where, if we're down a guard, it's not going to matter, or as much. You're going to have suitable backups. That helps him. It also helps CJ Gunn, who's getting valuable minutes off the bench, more than he would have got if X was here. So we're taking advantage of those situations. They haven't really hurt us that badly yet. The Auburn game, I don't think we could have won with Xavier Johnson on the floor the way they played. So, and he looks like a 4-year kid. How important is it to get a couple of guys on your roster that are going to be 4-year kids that you can develop? That's Trey Galloway, great example of that. He's not an NBA kid, but man, he sure gives you hard-nosed minutes and makes a lot of pretty decent decisions. So far today, no assists, kind of surprising for Galloway, just 1 actually. But that's where it really boils down to. I want to watch football and basketball, and so it's tough. Definitely, it's tough when my Bengals are on a Saturday. Why in the heck do we got Saturday NFL games in December? That's ridiculous. So far, we've had a great. Oh man, we just got to carry it over. We've got to carry that momentum into the second half. We got to just keep control of the basketball, and most importantly, keep control of tempo. Yeah, I'm super impressed with the development so far. This team does not have a very good net ranking. They don't have any really super important wins as of yet, but they're getting better come Big Ten time. And, playing the competition in the Big Ten is a lot like playing this Kansas team. I'm not saying that this Kansas team is as sturdy as most of our Big Ten teams, but it's a very similar type roster to, say, a team like Northwestern, or very, very similar to Purdue. You're going to see a lot of the same tendencies from those teams compared to us. Purdue and Kansas really match up very evenly. So that's a little bit of so if we can compete there, I think we're going to be really good against the Nebraskas. We're going to do really well, hopefully, against the Iowa this year, which we haven't been able to beat for some reason. I think there's going to be a lot of teams in the Big Ten that we can get wins from and really set ourselves well for the big dance. Free throw shooting was a problem. It looked worse than it actually was. We still hit 64%, I would love to see that a little bit over 70 as a team, but the ones, it just seemed like we missed all the wrong ones. Ware went 0 for 2 from the free throw, or 1 from 2 from the free throw line, and so did Galloway, and Gunn missed one as well. It felt like we missed more free throws than that. Should be about ready to start the second half. Yeah. Talk about a guy I didn't like in college, Maddie. Grady Dick was. So what I'm learning about this Kansas team right now, from what I see today, is that, where we've been in trouble this year is solid guard play from other teams. I don't see the McCullers really long and for a guard, but I haven't, and he's hit all his free throws, but I haven't seen the spectacular guard play. Is that a tribute to what Cupps has done so far on defense? And Galloway, maybe. If they're getting that much better on defense as we go forward, man, that really helps in the Big Ten season and gives us a ton of optimism. Let me find. Let's see. Yeah, because so we finish out, after today, we finish we have a Tuesday and a Thursday game right in a row with Morehead State and North Alabama. And then we finish off on the 29th against Kennesaw State before going back into Big Ten play. So looking, what I can tell you for sure is that the North Alabama game, I probably will not be here, but I will do the Morehead State and the Kennesaw State. Kennesaw is on Big Ten Plus, so I should try to get in there for that for you guys for sure. Just because you can't see it unless you pay for that stupid app. But then after that, when we get into Big Ten play on the 3rd of January, we go to Nebraska and take on a very good Nebraska team. And then we have Ohio State at home and Rutgers. So, if we can do well through the first 5 games of the Big Ten season, 4-1, 5-0, that would be absolutely excellent. If we can win one of the 2 of those road games, which it's never easy to win at Rutgers, and Nebraska, we've got a pretty good track record of playing there. We can be in really good shape, because then after that we got a stretch of a couple home games, and then we got a couple tough road games. So where you feel like you might, if you can go 2-2, 3-1 in those with that stretch with a couple home, couple road, where if you can win one of those games, look, I just thinking ahead just for fun. If you can win either at Wisconsin or at Illinois, how important is that? Just one road wins count so much more than the home wins as far as the ranking go. And I think we'll be well on our way to positioning ourselves for a good bid in the Big Ten. And if we get a little bit of luck in conference, we have a shot. We could win conference this year. If you get, like I said, if you can steal a win against Wisconsin and or Illinois, that gives you a good opportunity at being there at the end for a Big Ten crown, which would be huge for this program. And guess what? We got recruits in the house today watching this basketball game, and hopefully they're seeing that Indiana looks like a good place to go play basketball. I think there's 3 different guys that are here today watching this game. I didn't bring up who all was in the house today, but I know they had a couple visits this week, and they had 3 there that from the next class. So, filling that class out and keeping going. And then back to somebody's point earlier that I wanted to keep going back to. Getting ready to start the second half. Let's go. Daniel's opinion is that we need to find a way to start stealing the big-time recruits in state. Here we go. Indiana's got the ball, taking it out of bounds. Galloway is on the point. And they're going to start the half by feeding it to Ware just off the top of the key. He's going to work, hands it off. Galloway gets pushed back to Ware on the block. Double team comes in the corner. Renew drives the basket, puts it up over Dickinson. And Ware's going to draw a foul there. I think they're going to get McCullough. And it looks like there's going to be an opportunity here for Ware. I don't know if he's going to the free throw line or if it's going to be an out-of-bounds play. But Indiana's going to get a chance to score first here at the free throw line. Second half free throws got to go down. Yes, sir. First one's in and good. I will refresh this ESPN today. Hopefully they're a little bit on their game and they will get up quicker. First free throw's up and good. Second one's on its way. Kel'el Ware starts the second half with a couple points, and Indiana's got back up to a 10-point lead. I'd love to keep it there. First Kansas Jayhawk with 3 fouls. Dickinson feeds it over to Jackson. Jackson's going to work it over to the right side. Working on Mgbako. Drops it off to McCullough. And McCullough's going to draw a foul driving to the basket, and that one's going to go on Ware. And he did a good job. When Ware goes to defend that, he goes into him with the body, but he reaches across the body and fouls him basically with his right shoulder, trying to reach in there to block that shot. McCullough makes his free throw. Second one's up and hard off the back rim, no good. Ware clears the glass. Galloway is content to walk it up the court. They got Cupps going off the ball right now as the 2 guard, kind of a strange setup. Renew is out high, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway gets double teamed and draws a foul on Dickinson that tries to hedge. And Galloway draws another foul on Kansas. That will be Dickinson's first foul of the game. How the F does that guy go through a half and not draw foul or get called for any fouls? He pushes and uses his body more than anybody I've ever seen in my life and does not get called for fouls. He must be a very smart defensive player. Cupps has got it out high, feeds it over to Galloway. Galloway drives the lane and has it straight. That's not. Galloway loses it out of bounds. It's going to go back to Kansas. I was out on Galloway. There's a steal by Ware, and he's going to go all the way. And he lost it out of bounds. That is the 3rd turnover in transition that we've seen. That's a foul, is what that is. That's a foul. It hits him across the wrist. Kansas is down 9, got the ball. Dickinson hands it off to Jackson. Jackson gets in the lane, feeds it over to the corner. Back to Jackson for a deep 3, and he hit it. What a nice shot by Jackson on his heels and cuts the lead back to 6. Here comes Kansas. Cupps crosses the timeline. Could not take over and score on that transition. Mgbako from 18, hard off the back rim, no good. Jackson clears the rebound. Not a good shot by Mgbako. Here comes Kansas. And another 3 in the corner. And that rims out. Mgbako clears the glass. That would have been danger time, y'all. That would not have been good. Renew gets it on the block. He's going to drive around Dickinson. No, he holds on to it. He's still got his dribble up. He gets inside, turn around, baby hook. No good. And Renew did everything but finish there. Tyler Hansborough plays a very similar style game, only he got to the free throw line more than anybody. Yes, and never drew fouls. Oh, names make you cringe. Here comes Kansas back up, working on Mgbako. Do not foul, Mackenzie. Dickinson's got it outside. Jackson pulls up for another three. No good. Malika Renew's called for a foul. How? Fans are not happy. Were you talking about officiating? Let's hope that doesn't really determine this game, but working on Galloway. Good defense by Trey. He kept his hands up straight. That's probably the only way you're not going to get a foul called in this game. Galloway drives. He gets all the way to the basket, up and no good. Missed the layup. Here comes Kansas with a chance in transition. He drives the basket. And Mgbako is going to get called for the foul. That'll be his third, and he will have to sit. McCullough misses the free throw. They need to draw that fourth foul on him in the worst possible way. Bill Self does not have good options on the bench. Whoever's got the ball needs to go at McCullough on a constant. 42-36, second free throw is good. Walker has come in for Mgbako. Him and Renew are both on the bench, and the foul situation's got a little worse for Indiana. Walker's going to hand it off to Cupps. Cupps is going to drive, pulls up from 16, short off the front rim, no good. Not a great shot. Run a little bit of offense, working on Walker now. And they're going to feed it into KJ Adams, who misses it. And here comes Indiana back the other way. You've got to feed the post. We haven't fed the post in forever. Work it from the post. Mgbako's back on the floor. He pulls up from 20 oh my gosh. Mackenzie Mgbako hits a huge three. Extends the lead back to 8. They're going to look to feed Dickinson on the post, who drives on Ware. Tipped out. Controlled by Cupps. Here comes Indiana. Good D by Ware on Dickinson. Indiana's got a chance to push. And just like that, 1-3 ball. And Ware just stepped out of bounds. Or Mgbako did. Good Lord. That was a deep feed pass, and that's another one of those feeds that's just not great. But the play before, Mgbako just goes off the screen and buries the triple. 16:02. Here comes Kansas. They're going to work it across the timeline. And there's a turnover by McCullough. Good no call. Over to Galloway for 3. Trey Galloway buries his first triple, and the lead goes back to 11. And Kansas uses a timeout. McCullough fell. Ware was straight up and down. They could not call a foul there. Bill Self is livid, and as he turned the ball over, Galloway comes back and hits a nice three-pointer in rhythm, and Indiana extends back to 11 with 15:46 to go. You just can't make this stuff up. But so far today, Kansas has not been able to find ways to get over the hump. They can't get out of their own way, as every time they start to look like they're gaining momentum, they turn the ball over or they make a very incredibly bad foul. That's what Mgbako brings to this team, and that's why he deserves all these minutes, because once he gets acclimated to the college game, he's going to be very unstoppable. Jalen Hood-Schifino last year did not look good early on. It took time to get used to the game. And that's what it's really going to boil down to. Creek, we withstood the first run. Yeah, you know what? It is. That's what it really boils down to. They're going to make runs. They're a good team. Right now, the way the foul situation's going, that might be what slows us down. But here we go again. We've got the lead. We're playing minutes with guys that don't normally get a ton of minutes. And I think that's going to be good that our other guys get to rest a little bit. Renew. Yep. They cut that lead down to 5 and went right back to 11. 2 big three-pointers, which is something we haven't done all year. Is when teams make runs, we don't counteract their runs with many runs of our own. We may slow it down and stop it, but we don't blow it up. My nerves are starting to kick in today. I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm getting antsy. I was trying to figure out why they set this up for so long, and it's because nationally televised games, especially on the networks, they really blow up the commercials. North Carolina and Kentucky ought to be a good game. They should be about even this year. Absolutely not. Orange Sunkiss, my friend. Crush is a little too sweet. I really would like to see Payton Sparks on the floor. I think he's deserving of a few minutes. Here we come back the other way. Kansas got the ball. They're going to run a set play. Ware hedges out. They're going to work it to McCullough. Pretty good defense there. Working it on the wing. They deep three again. No good. They're going to resort to the three ball. If they can't get them to go down, this is going to be a long half for Kansas. Here comes Cupps across the timeline. Cupps feeds it over to Galloway, who loses it for a second. Hits off to Ware, back to Galloway. Ware and Galloway are playing the two-man game. Galloway gets to the rim and lays it in. Trey Galloway on flipping fire today as Indiana extends to 13. Dickinson's got it out deep, looking for Jackson. Feeds it cross court. KJ Osborne drives and scores. KJ Osborne. Adams. I got the dang Vikings on my brain. Here we go. It's still 50-39. 14:45 to go. Jackson's picking up Cupps with some good pressure out high. He goes through a couple picks. They get the clock down to 10, get the ball to Ware. Ware's going to drive. 17, 18-footer. No good. Ware cannot get the jump shot to go down today with Dickinson in his face. And now Kansas has the chance to get it back under 10. Good ball movement by the Jayhawks. Working it inside. McCullough goes up, blocked out of bounds by Kel'el Ware as he gets around, goes for the layup, and the ball will stay on the Kansas end. And we're going back to another timeout. I mean, I'm telling you what, these timeouts are nuts. I don't even know which one this is. It should be under 12, not under 15. So glad that Galloway showed up today. Yes, absolutely. Galloway and Mgbako have been the two highlights of this game thus far. And to see Trey Galloway be assertive against a top-tier competition, let's just call it that, is important. When your scoring can come from 4 out of your 5 starters, every single week a different guy step up, that's huge. Cupps doesn't need to score. He just needs to keep playing defense. So far, he's not fouled here in the second half, which is really good as well. A lot of balance today. I really would like to see a little bit more from the bench today, honestly. I think that that's really big. I'm telling you what, I cannot believe how many commercials there are for this today. Let's go back to watching games on the Big Ten Network. See, Creek, I thought they would use him to body up against Dickinson just to burn his energy. I figured that would be the value in using him today. I mean, apparently I was wrong, but I think Angie, I don't think there's anything wrong with Ware today. I think he's using his energy up on the defensive end dealing with Dickinson. I think that's where I don't think he's the main point of emphasis for scoring today because of his defensive assignment. A lot like Gabe Cupps not scoring a lot of points or scoring any points, but being good on the floor. Yeah, and so they're neutralizing each other out. I think that's. I mean, if I had to take a guess, I mean, Ware is having to work a lot harder on the defensive end, and so therefore, somebody else has got to pick it up on the offensive side of the ball. But if he keeps Hunter Dickinson in check the rest of this half and doesn't score another point, I'll take it. Plus, Renew's getting some extra minutes on the bench here, and he will be back in shortly, I would assume. And Mgbako has really come to play today. Mgbako, 2 for 3 from behind the stripe, 4 from 7 from the floor, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. That's clutch. And that's a freshman, a true freshman. There goes McCullough driving all the way to the rim and gets around Mgbako as I talk nice about him and gives up 2 points. Oh, yeah. He's just not the big scorer today. He's driving on Dickinson right now, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway floats it up and in. 2-man game with Galloway and Ware is flipping awesome. And here we come back down with an 11-point lead again. As this game keeps going on, if you keep it, oh, what a nice move. Galloway makes a mistake and fouls KJ Adams there. And it's going to get a chance for a 3-point play. First, the free throw's up, and it's good. Leads down to 8. Walker is on the floor. He gets it into Galloway, and Cupps will bring it up on the other side. Indiana needs to find some offense right here. Mgbako gets it. Looks like he's got a lane. He doesn't have it. He's picked up by McCullough, double team. Nice pass to Ware, who draws the foul from Osborne, and Ware will go to the free throw line. Osborne, Adams, I keep saying that. KJ Adams. What a nice pass by Mgbako. Let's go. Just got to keep making free throws today. Get that percentage up a little bit there, Mr. Ware. And it's good. Back to a 10-point lead. Cupps is going to go in toe and do a little man press here just to Ware take some air out of the ball. It's going to work him. He's going to go all the way inside into the corner. And that's a turnover, and Indiana's going to get it back. Gabe Cupps with the good defensive pressure there forces Jackson into a bad decision. Here we go. Got a chance to extend with a 10-point lead. 54-44, 12:55 to go. Cupps is working it out high, feeds it over to Ware, who's working on Dickinson. Hands it off to Galloway, back to Ware. Ware gets blocked out of bounds from Dickinson, and that will stay on this end. They are working that two-man game to perfection. Ware gets the inbound, hands it back to Mgbako from 18. No good. And Cupps knocks it out of bounds, and it will go back to Michigan. Man, that would have been a good one to score on. Angie, and the other thing today is when we look back at the stats of this game, Ware is playing big minutes today. He's not got a real break. Here we go. They're working it hard outside. Kansas is looking. He's going to drive on Mgbako. Feeds it back out. They rotate it around to Jackson, who's looking. He's probing Cupps. He feeds it to Dickinson from 18. Airballed it. And now you're going to hear the chants. The fans are standing, screaming airball. Cupps brings it across the timeline, feeds Walker, who's given some great minutes today, primarily on the defensive end. Galloway has it out high. Here comes the pick by Ware. He gives it to Ware. Ware hands it to Walker. Walker drives from 15. Hard off the back rim, no good. Here comes Kansas. Dickinson's got it out deep. He's going to give it to Jackson, who drives on Ware. He drops it inside, and he stepped out of bounds, or they're going to be called for something there. Getting this thing down near that 10-minute mark is important. Golly. I've got nerves today, man. You guys, I'm kind of a little bit tense today. This is one that I wanted so bad on our schedule. I want the dub. What's up, MH? Gotta love them Hoosiers, brother. Man, I don't want to. You can chant overrated when the clock strikes 0, Dave. That's what I gotta say. I don't like antagonizing. I don't mind the airball chants that gets in somebody's head, but when you start calling a team overrated, that's when they get a little defensive. But yeah, win the game, and then we can scream it all you want. And actually, I take that back. I would tell you what, I don't want to hear that overrated chant. I just want to hear the chant that we're underrated. I think we're better than what we've been given credit for. You like riling them up? Of course you do. I've seen Kansas play some really good ball at times this year, and I know they're capable. So I want to think that we're underrated. They're not overrated. There's one of my favorite games ever. 2011. Indiana over Kentucky. Christian Watford, my hero. Yeah, this is where it's uh-oh. Hey, did my stream go out? Hang on. Hey, I'm noticing that I'm getting some interference with my internet there. Hopefully it's just I don't know what that was. Something's going on. We'll see if it doesn't hang in there. That's really strange. I don't have anything scheduled today. A watch shot, baby. Yeah, that guy was clutch. 54-44. Here comes Cupps. He's going to give it back to Renew, who's back on the floor. There's Galloway to Ware. Ware to Renew on the block, who puts it up and is blocked. Good defense there by McCullough. And they get the transition basket here. I see a little change in their demeanor coming off this timeout. Got to answer. Renew's back out high. Gets it to Galloway. Galloway's going to probe, gets inside, floats it up and in. Trey Galloway clutch with the floating off the backboard little baby flip shot, I guess, what you'd call it. Trey Galloway's hit a career high today with 22 points, and Indiana leads by 10. Kansas has gone to their bench a little bit here. Dickinson on Ware out high. Dickinson being stood up. There's the switch. Jackson to back over to Dickinson. He's got Ware on him. He turn around, jump shot. And Dickinson comes up clutch on the other end and hits a big J for Kansas. Cuts the lead back to 8. Cupps is going to bring it across the timeline. They moved Ware back down to the block as Galloway and Renew and Cupps are running up high. And Mgbako's on the wing just probing for a place to shoot from. And Galloway misses it, tips it out. Here comes Kansas. Got a chance to cut into the lead. Jackson goes cross court. And there is no foul there. What is the call? Do they just blow the whistle when people go into the lane and throw it up? Is that how this works? Opportunity for them to cut this lead down to about 6, which is going to start making me uncomfortable. First free throw's up, and it is good. $10:07 to go. Second free throw is good as well. And Kansas is as close as they've been since early here in the second half. Mgbako picks up his 4th with 10 minutes to go, and he goes to the bench. Banks is back on the floor. Cupps has got it out high. He's going to feed Banks on the wing. Banks is looking. Feeds it down to Renew on the block, who's got Dickinson on him. Renew's going to drive. Renew puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. Malik Renew stays with it and increases the lead back to 8. Here comes Kansas back the other way. McCullough crosses the timeline, and they're going to work it out high. Dickinson's out there. Gets it over to McCullough on the wing. Back to Dickinson. Dickinson to McCullough. Drives. Feeds it over to the right wing for a 3 and buried it. Leads down to 5. Kansas is creeping back in with 9:13 to go. 58-53. Cupps has got it. He's going to feed it to Renew. Renew is looking. He gets it to Galloway. Galloway gets it stolen. Here comes Kansas. Pulls up, shoots it. No good. Dickinson steals the rebound and puts it in from Renew. 3-point lead. Cupps and Indiana is going to take a timeout. And just like that, if you miss a rebound or turn the ball over, your 10 points goes to 6. Now let's see if this team can respond. What's changed in the second half? Not much. It's really we're right on the same pace. Very similar. I think the biggest difference in the game is that Kansas is getting more shots at the basket. They got 6 offensive rebounds and a few more second chance shots. Defensively, they've locked down on Ware pretty good. Galloway's been a problem. Now that Mgbako's on the bench, our outside threat goes away, and they're going to pack it in a little bit. And it's showing that they've trailed by 14 against Kentucky and won by 5, trailed by 9 to Missouri and won by 9. So this team knows how to come back. Today is the day that we have got to put a stop to it. We got to get some dribble penetration and some fouls and make sure we clean up the glass and don't foul ignorantly. Everybody's getting a little tense in Assembly Hall. Everybody's kind of in worry mode at this point. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway that comes out, gets it back to Renew. Renew drives on Dickinson. And they're going to get Dickinson, I guess, with the foul there on Renew, which is what we need to get some dribble penetration. No, they give Dickinson the foul there, but that should have been McCullough's 4th. Did you see that? Okay, they hit him. They got the right guy. It's the wrong guy. I think Dickinson was trying to take the foul for McCullough. Renew's second free throw goes in. Thank goodness. Indiana's up 4. Cupps is going to pressure a little bit. McCullough is not coming off the floor with 4 fouls. I don't think they can go without his dribble penetration. Jackson goes over, feeds it to Adams. Adams drives, no good. Tipped up, no good. Ware clears the glass. Indiana's got the ball back with a 5-point lead. 8:08 to go. There goes Cupps all the way to the basket. Oh, my God. Feeds a bad pass to Renew. Here comes Kansas back the other way. Shoot the ball, Gabe. Kansas got another possession here. Down 4, and they turn it over. Oh, we're coming to the under 8 timeout here, so we're going to get an opportunity. Four-point lead. We got this. We got to hold on. I'm telling you what, this ESPN today is horrible. Still doesn't show. There we go. Yeah, so Cubs had the open lane, whereas they've been letting the guards get dribble penetration today. He should have took that shot as opposed to trying to pass it into traffic. But point guard mentality, my job is to feed the rock, and he had a good shot there. That'll come with time. I screamed a little bit about it, but it's all good. Yes, Kay, he did the right thing. He got in there, but That looked like the option where he should have took his shot. Just a reminder, when I close this one down, I will be moving over to the other stream for the end of that Bengals-Vikings game, which is not going very well for my Bengals thus far. They have got the ball back. They are on the Minnesota 30 with 8 seconds to go in the half and down 7-3. This Brian Flores-led defense for the Vikings has been pretty good. Held the Raiders. They shut the Raiders out last week and have held us to 3 thus far. Jake Browning today, 9 for 15, 81 yards. No good rushing to speak of for Cincinnati. Just not a lot going on. Nick Mullins playing admirable football today. Justin Jefferson has been the difference there. This is going to be tense. Complete Kansas momentum unless IU can't dunk it or hit a 3. That will get your crowd going again. Yeah, man, that's it. You need one of them momentum plays coming up. Today, it's been Galloway and Mgbako that have made it all day. We've not had a big dunk. They have defended the middle. Look at that. Points in the paint. This is the first game this year that we're losing points in the paint. Even on the 3-point field goals today, we're up 1 actually. Pretty nice. Defense on the 3-point line. You know, their threes that they've hit today have just been open. Been good rhythm 3-pointers. So it's right here. Let's go. Blue Blood Saturday is what they're calling it on CBS Sports. That's all I could hear. Here comes Cupps. Then they're going to try to trap him. He gets it to Galloway. They've got numbers. They get it down to Renew. Renew feeds it back to Galloway and gets it back out. And they're going to reset with 13 on the shot clock here. High pick by Ware. Back door. And there's going to be 5 on the shot clock left as KJ Adams gets a block on Kel'el Ware there. And Indiana's going to get the ball with 5 ticks left. Shoot it. Here comes Kansas. Renew missed the 3. They're going to work it to the left side. Oh, Jackson's wide open on the right. Shot's going to count, and there's going to be a foul on Indiana, and they're going to get the ball back. Let's see what's going on here. So Jackson was wide open. Cupps was way out of position. And Kansas has got a chance to take the lead now, down 1 point, 7 minutes to go in the game. They've come all the way back. Dickinson's got it out high. He's going to drive the lane, and he stepped out of bounds. Stranger, it looks like it's a battle over there, bro. All right, here comes Cupps across the timeline. That's Indiana's 14th turnover today. Ware is open underneath. Sorry, there's a Renew gets the ball on the inbound. He's going to feed it over to Banks. Banks has got it. He's going to look to get it to Ware. Ware's double teamed immediately. Rotates it around. Cupps gets to the rim and scores. Indiana back up 3. Fans get up on their feet. Here we go. They're working it down to the baseline. Kansas has got it. Sorry, guys. Dickinson's got it out high. He's going to rotate it in. He flips it in, and it's tipped, and he loses it. He flips it back out to Jackson. He shoots it with 3, and he airballs. The ball's on the floor, and there's going to be a scrum, and it's going to go. Everybody gets up without fighting, which is a good thing. No tempers today. Cupps did a really good job of getting to the rim. Big time basket for that young man. He really needs to. He's growing as we speak. The ball is going to stay with Kansas on possession arrow. And there's the ball's loose on the ground as McCullough fell down. Kaleb Banks picks it up. What's the call here? I don't know what the call was. Let's see what happened. So McCullough fell down. It hit off of Kaleb Banks. Dickinson goes to get it. And it was out of bounds on Indiana. So Kansas keeps it. 6 to go. So Indiana needs to be a little bit more vocal on these picks. If you just noticed that, Kaleb Banks picked up an unnecessary foul there because nobody let him know that the pick was there. That's on Malik Renew. Kaleb Banks picks up his 4th today. Indiana's up 3. McCullough's at the free throw line. Free throws up and good. Good hustle, Ben. You're absolutely correct. Kevin McCullough, 81% from the free throw stripe. He's got 8 of 10 today and now 9 of 11, and it's back to a 1-point game. It's time to dig deep and get a basket here. Mgbako's still on the bench. He should be coming back in about the 4-minute mark. Banks has got it out high right now. Galloway's out there with him. There's the pick. Galloway goes around it, feeds it cross court to Renew. He's going to pull for 3. Renew misses his first 3-pointer today, and Kansas has a chance to take the lead. You got to dig deep and play D. High pick. Jackson comes and gets it. They're going to feed it back across court. Jackson thinks about it, doesn't get it. Defense is there. Dickinson gets it inside and hits it, and Kansas leads by 1. Good Lord, they've come all the way back. Here comes Renew across the timeline. Kansas with their first lead today, 62-61. You got to show some gumption here and get there. Renew's got it inside. He's going to drive on Dickinson, turn around hook, and he hits it. Malik Renew answers back, and Indiana's back up 1. What's up, Eric? What a game today, you guys. Straight up. Adams drives it across court. Here comes Jackson. Jackson shoots the floater, and he hits it. Kansas goes back up 1. We're back and forth. 4:13 to go here in the game. Kansas leads by a point. Renew crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble out high, hands it off to Galloway. 4:04 on the clock. Renew's got it again. They're going to let him shoot it. He's going to drive. Feeds it over to Banks. Banks for 3. I don't like it. Galloway with the glass. And there's going to be a foul on the play. I don't think Galloway got hacked there. But I think that's just one of them calls that's going to happen today. We got 4 minutes to go to what's the difference in having a really solid win for our resume and opposed to having to have a really good Big Ten year to get in. Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way, except for I would rather be up by 20. How's it going today, Eric? Banks has done nothing but foul today for the most part, yes. I don't like him taking that shot there, by the way. I know he's open. I know he can shoot it, but that's a shot he takes when you're up 12, not down 1. Galloway has been Mr. Everything today. He was there for the offensive rebound on that shot. Court awareness, got down, got position, got the ball, and drew the foul, albeit a very touch foul, I would say. But a pretty solid free throw shooter. He's only 1 for 2 today. Hopefully we get the lead back here and we can go down and play defense with the lead. I'd much rather play defense on the lead than being behind. Coach has kept the bench very slim today, as we have not seen Payton Sparks off the bench today. No Anthony Leal at all. So he's cut it down to 8 that he wants to play. Kansas has gone 9 deep. All statistical categories have just about completely evened up. Our shooting percentage has dropped by about 9% here in the second half. We're down to about 44. 3-point percentage is still right where it's supposed to be. Creek, you owe me 2 more threes, by the way. They are 5 for Indiana's 5 for 12 for the day. Kansas has done a really good job in this second half of not letting Mgbako beat them and forcing the ball to Renew. Ware's wore out. I think he's done his job on the glass, as Indiana still holds a rebounding edge in this game. My goodness. Both free throw percentages are about the same. Both teams have turned the ball over quite a bit. Indiana's got 14. Kansas has 11. Tons of fouls being called in this one. Offensive rebounds favors Kansas by just a couple. Like I said, statistically, both of these teams have played pretty dang even today. Indiana needs a couple points on the free throw line here by Galloway, and we need to stop. We need to get a stop here. 2 stops in a row would be awesome. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. By the way, if you're new here, smash that like button. Definitely would appreciate it. It does nothing but helps this channel out. And at the end of the stream today, if you so desire, leave a comment. Discord is in the link. If you would like to join our Discord, Galloway misses the free throw. Not good. Join in anytime that we have an Indiana game. I would love for your commentary through the chat. Second free throw's up, and it's good. Tie ball game. Here comes Jackson back the other way for Kansas. Going to work it across the timeline with Cupps. They're going to work it to the left. Mgbako's trying not to foul. Works it down, gets it inside out. I'm sorry. And Kansas just buries a deep 3, and it goes up 3. McCullough hits it. And we are down 3 points. Cupps comes across the timeline. That should have been a hand check foul there. Galloway gets it to Renew. Renew back to Galloway. Galloway looking to dribble penetrate. Gets inside. Feeds it over to Cupps. Cupps drives. Pulls up. Down to Renew on the baseline. 8 on the shot clock. Gets it to Ware. Ware is triple teamed. And it's going to go out of bounds to Indiana with 3 seconds on the shot clock. They are going to triple team Ware, double team every time Ware gets the basketball. And we are putting him in some horrible positions today with passes. They're going to make somebody else beat him. And Woodson's going to use a timeout here. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Also, feel free to join the Blood Fam Discord. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description. This is a very pivotal point in this game. That three was a big time shot. We got to remember this is a team that's projected to be a Final Four team. We can't let that go yet. We're somewhere projected in the 90s the way it looks. So I know there's no moral victories. You got a chance to win, you should win. But right here, this play is probably going to determine a big portion of how that plays out, seeing as that both teams are going to be in the bonus from here on out. So where this ball goes on the inbound is important. Oh, Ware almost tips it in. It doesn't go. Kansas gets the rebound, and they get to play with the lead. This defense needs to respond and respond now. 2:50 to go. McCullough needs to be fouled out of this game. He's caused nothing but issues. They're going to work it. No three there. Kansas is looking. Harris feeds Dickinson inside. Turnaround jump shot. He hits it. Kansas is up 5. It's getting danger time now. We have got to score on this possession. Renew has it out high. He's looking. He feeds Galloway to the rim. Galloway, clutch as he's been all day, cuts it back to 3. Indiana needs a stop. Trey Galloway with his 24th point, I think, maybe 25th. And Indiana is back down by 3. Dickinson's got it out high. Kansas is playing with a little bit more confidence. Feeds it out. McCullough has it out high. Drives around. He's on Renew. 18-footer. No good. Rebound Mgbako. Here comes Galloway. Indiana should go and get up court here. And they're content running offense. I would have pushed. Galloway drives. He's got 3 on him. Feeds Ware back to Galloway. Galloway goes inside. Renew's got Dickinson. Puts it up. And there's no foul. I don't think he got fouled. I think he wanted a foul. The fans are screaming for it. And Kansas is up 3 with 1:25. Got to have a stop. Not a bad look for Renew. The ball just didn't go in. Got to have a stop. Double pick. He gets around. Working on Cupps. Drives. Puts it up. And it's back to a 5-point lead. 1:09 to go. Cupps has got it across the timeline. Coach is going to let him play. Cupps drives over to Renew. Renew to Galloway. Galloway pops from 3. Money! Trey Galloway hits it and cuts the lead to 2. 54 seconds. Indiana has got to get a stop. Coach is going to let him stay on the floor. Down 2. This is where you play defense. Drives on Renew. Puts it up. No good. Controlled by Ware. Ware's got the ball. He's stripped. And here comes Galloway. 37 seconds to go. Mgbako's got it to Ware. Over to Gabe Cupps. Down to Renew. Renew drives. Out to Galloway for 3. Got a foul. And they foul the best free throw shooter on the team. When you're down that many, you should drive the basket. I know you want the dang lead. Glad he had the confidence to throw it up there. We need a miss. We need 2 misses, actually. And he missed a 1-and-1. Oh, my God. So he missed the 1-and-1. We get the ball back. And now they're going to go to the scoring bench to see. That was not out of bounds. It was never out of bounds. But it never went out of bounds. It never went out of bounds. It never went out of bounds. Let's see. That's not out of bounds. That ball didn't go out. Man, I don't know about all that. I love you, Dave. Provocation is what you're best at. I'm just gonna say. Oh, the official gave the ball to Indiana and then just said that it's Kansas ball. All right, so here you go. Anybody but McCullough on the foul. They're going to look, and they're going to call a foul on the screen, and McCullough's going to get to go right back to the free throw line on Trey Galloway. How isn't that a if you're going around the screen and you get pushed into the guy, does that make it your foul? Isn't that supposed to be the charge on the screen? Okay. He's going to make both of these, I can tell you now. He's not going to miss again. There's some See, that's what I'm saying is that the screen wasn't solid and he hip checked him into the opposing player. So therefore that's a screen violation. It's not a never mind. They've been on their side, it feels like the whole game, but it's going to come down to this. Free throws up, and it rims around and drops. Here we go. And he makes them both. 73-69. We've got to get down and score here. Don't necessarily need a three, but I'll take it if we get a chance. Here comes Cupps across the timeline. He's going to burn a timeout here with 13-1 to go. I'm never one to sit and complain about officiating, but today I feel like I feel like we haven't gotten anything go our way this second half whatsoever. And you know what? In the world of officiating in college basketball or anything, it's about it needs to be fairly even. This officiating has been crap this whole second half. It was suspect in the first half, but it's been total crap today. I really don't know what the play call is going to be here. They've done a great job. They've done a great job today of taking Ware out of the offensive equation. Dave says it looks like a Kansas game to me. I think that's fair. We've had every opportunity to win. We've made a bunch of bonehead plays today too, so let's get us an and one here. Mgbako's on the floor to shoot. I'll take a 3-point attempt for him right now. There's the 3. And Ware gets the glass and puts it in. Back to a 2-point lead. Anybody but McCullough who's got it. You got to foul him. Mgbako got a great look there. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, Dave, they're a good team. They don't need they needed help today, so I don't believe in moral victories, but Indiana played competitively today. Trey Galloway fouls out with 28 points today. Kudos to that young man for playing some stellar basketball. And now we are at the double bonus now, so he gets 2, miss 1. 3-point lead. So, at this point, makes them both down by 4. There's not much opportunity left. Cupps is going to be pressured all the way up. Pulls up from 27, short off the front rim, no good, ball game. I want to thank you guys for hanging out today. I'm not really pleased with the outcome of this game, but you guys are awesome. If you'd like to join me for the rest of the football game here in a couple minutes, I'll be over there at 3 o'clock. Cincinnati's down 14-3 right now, and they're in dire straits of needing it too. I could suffer 2 big heartbreaks today. This game was absolutely in our grasp to win. McCullough, 13 of his 21 points at the foul line. I don't feel like that's a reasonable deal. I just don't see it. How can you out-foul by 6 in the second half? I don't know. Everything just didn't go our way. But everybody here is completely awesome. Much love to you all. I should be in here for the next one, whichever day that is. And I'll see you guys then. Go IU. Where are you at? There you are.